It's done for love.
Thank you very much. Good on you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Richard, please.
Tēnā koutou katoa, ko Shelley Washington tōku ingoa, he mana hautu au e te Rod Donald Banks Peninsula Trust, te Pātaka o Rakai Hautu. With me is Richard Suggate, who is one of our co-chairs.
Kia ora koutou. Good to be back here again. First, I'd just like to reiterate we're a council-controlled organisation, but unique in regard, well, not completely unique, because Riccarton Bush Trust is in a similar situation. We are a charitable trust, and we're not under the CCHL umbrella. So we're kind of that uniqueness there. We're founded in 2010 for the benefit of Banks Peninsula Te Pātaka o Rakai Hautu residents and visitors, and our four main goals are to improve public walking and biking access, to enhance biodiversity, promote knowledge and information, work in partnership with others. And we would like to highlight 4 key points from our submission. The first point is that we want to thank the Council for its funding commitment to our organisation. We don't just rely on Council funds, and in our projects we endeavour to look for other co-funders for our expenditure, but the $100,000 a year operational money is vital for providing for our manager and administrator, and the capital funding of 1.35 million this financial year, and the one scheduled of a further 1.35 million for 26-27 should enable the Trust to continue the work that we've done for over some 12 years to develop recreational opportunities on the peninsula and biodiversity protection. And we'd also like to thank Council staff, in particular the regional and community parks and biodiversity teams for their collaborative interaction with us. Now I'll move over to Shelley to continue.
Secondly, we support the Council's commitment to the Banks Peninsula Destination Management Plan. Banks Peninsula provides an ideal place to increase opportunities for tramping, walking and cycling through its beautiful natural environment, and to encourage domestic and international tourists to stay longer in the area and to connect and participate with local communities. We also support your Council's focus on creating new sections for the head-to-head walkway and for funding towards cycling and walking routes in Little River. Thirdly, we ask that the Council support the Banks Peninsula Ecological Vision through the continued provision of biodiversity funding, including the Christchurch Biodiversity Fund. Finally, we seek in addition that you retain rather than remove funding for community groups on Banks Peninsula with an excellent track record in achieving outcomes for biodiversity, recreation and knowledge sharing. In particular, some of these groups are the Banks Peninsula Conservation Trust, Operational Costs, Hess Free Banks Peninsula, Te Kakahu Kahukura, Te Ahu Pātaki, Banks Peninsula Geopark, Autumn Bradley Park and Summit Road Society. These community groups have a 10-fold return on community funding. We would like the Council to make a stronger commitment to reducing carbon emissions and boosting community preparedness and resilience. Banks Peninsula communities and ecosystems are very vulnerable to coastal hazards and all of the other impacts of climate change. Thank you for your time and best wishes for your efforts to finalise the long-term plan. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.
Thank you very much. Questions, anyone? Thank you very much. Tyrone?
I thought I'd let anybody go ahead of me if they liked. I should say up front that I'm a trustee on the Rod Donald Trust.
Oh, so you can't speak because you've got a conflict of interest?
There's no conflict of interest here. This is just a hearing. But I was going to ask a question. So thank you for your submission. Just on the destination management plan. So there have been a few different submitters that have come in and talked about that, and you know, it seems to me there's a lot of different organisations kind of working together to create that sort of that destination Banks Peninsula to, you know, as a you know, it's a place to go. It's a place where people can thrive. So is that how you're kind of seeing it? Like, you know, the destination, there's real potential there.
Absolutely. We're very, very supportive of those forms of tourism that focus on quality, not necessarily quantity, that enable communities to be involved, that have strong environmental protection, that are sustainable and resilient. And the work of the Rod Donald Trust in terms of finding additional access routes, particularly we're working at the moment from Little River, will help provide extra destinations that these visitors can utilise.
Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much for that. It's good. So now we have Property Council of New Zealand. James, please. And